far, 30 cases have been confirmed in the DRC from the northern province of Ituri. Uganda has also informed WHO of 2 confirmed cases in the capital of Kampala, including 1 death among 2 individuals who traveled from DRC. And there is 1 US citizen confirmed positive and transferred to Germany, as reported by the US. And we're working with the DRC, Uganda, and also the United States. First, beyond the confirmed cases, there are more than 500 suspected cases and 130 suspected deaths. These numbers will change as field operations are scaling up, including strengthening surveillance, contact tracing, and laboratory testing. Second, cases have been reported in urban areas, including Kampala and the city of Goma in the DRC. Third, deaths have been reported among health workers, indicating healthcare-associated transmission. Fourth, there is significant population movement in the area. The province of Ituri is highly insecure, as you may know. Conflict has intensified since late 2025, and the fighting has escalated significantly over the past 2 months, resulting in civilian deaths. Over 100,000 people have been newly displaced. And in Ebola outbreaks, you know what displacement means. The area is also a mining zone with high levels of population movement that increase the risk of further spread. And fifth, this epidemic is caused by Bundibujo virus, a species of Ebola virus for which there are no vaccines or therapeutics. In the absence of a vaccine, there are many other measures countries, of course, can take to stop the spread of this virus and save lives, even without medical countermeasures, including risk communication and community engagement. I thank the government of Uganda for postponing the annual Martyrs' Day celebrations, which can attract up to 2 million people because of the risk posed by the epidemic. WHO has a team on the ground supporting national authorities to respond. We have deployed people, supplies, equipment, and funds.